man, where is Michael? Producers are supposed to be early.
Michael's kind of always late, but look, that's him right there. Let's jack Ruben cars. I bet you anything.
Yeah, he has to be the biggest vehicle boss.
Get in, losers. We got to skedaddle.
Vibes are the same. Open the door.
You guys want the doors unlocked now,
You were the one in a rush.
Being your chauffeur isn't enough? You guys are such divas in your old age.
I get that all the time.
Good to see you guys.
Thanks for coming finally.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Jordan, we're on another trail camera episode. I'm so excited to do this.
I love doing these.
Yeah, this is so much fun. As usual, we got Michael Bonacor, our producer, and he's going to be our chauffeur on this trip. We're also joined by our good filmmaker friend, Levi Hallwell.
I mean, that rocks because he can shoot a bunch of this stuff because I still have actually quite a bit of work to catch up on. Well, but that's fine. I'm sure I can get it done between us.
It's not going to stress you out at all?
No. Me?
Doubt that. Okay, well, Levi will shoot me, you do your thing, and we got an amazing location this time.
I have a terrible sense of direction. I see hills. Where are we?
Well, we find ourselves here in beautiful New Mexico.
The latest Mexico.
And this time around for our trail camera episode, this is gonna be really fun because this is all about being inspired and finding creativity. We're not reviewing gear,
We're
right?
not reviewing any gear at all. I just have to get gobsmackingly gorgeous footage, and you have to take the best photos of your damn life.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's gonna be a problem because we've got beautiful landscapes, the rugged desert, but it's not just these stunning landscapes, okay? There's something about New Mexico that just inspires artistic creativity in a lot of people. We're gonna meet painters, sculptors, photographers, maybe fishermen, and just find out what it is about this land and this air and this place that inspires creativity so strongly.
But I don't have to film this week, so maybe having Levi behind the camera will help me unleash my full creative potential, finally.
So we have a really exciting week planned and we want you guys to join us, so let's hit the trail.
Camera.
We began our journey in the oldest capital city in USA, the gorgeous town of Santa Fe. This quiet town is famous for its churches and adobe architecture, its friendly and welcoming people, and a connection to the spirit of the land that inspires a sense of creativity in all who visit. There's a magic in these huge skies and desert sands that grabs at my soul, and I immediately began to explore the area through the viewfinder of my OM3. The town of Santa Fe put us all in a perfect mood, eager for the experiences that awaited us. I couldn't think of a better place to start our journey. I was also starting to realize that there was more to New Mexico than just being a beautiful place to take photographs. And rather than to just visit and simply take things, we had an opportunity to visit the people and really listen. Maybe in this way we could find a deeper understanding of what creativity means to all of us. So we're exploring downtown Santa Fe here. We got this beautiful light, we got direct sunlight, but it's also bouncing off the walls and stuff. You can see behind me all this nice soft light. So I can really see myself playing with both like warm color photographs as well as stark contrast black and white shots.
I mean, it is fun to have like a downtown area with this much color. That's something we definitely don't get back at home. I do like that no matter where you go, if you need a foreground element, like just photograph a pile of chilies and you're set. You've set the scene for Santa Fe.
I mean, it's all beautiful work. Thanks. Yeah, I'm Chris, by the way.
Chris, hi, I'm Greg.
Greg, nice to meet you. No, Chris, hey, fantastic. Nice.
Chris and Greg, we're having a law firm.
Chris and Chris.
Very good one, but...
Normally I'm reviewing gear, but the travel show is nice because we just get to travel and meet people. Yeah, absolutely. One of the most rewarding experiences I had in Santa Fe was meeting the incredibly friendly artisans who are all part of the Native American Artisans Portal program. These are all members of 23 federally recognized New Mexico tribes. They're selling their handmade jewelry, pottery, and textiles, and they were just so lovely to talk to. This all takes place directly under the historic Palace of the Governors, and I even got some amazing gifts to bring home to the family.
Look at that one of Michael's crotch out of focus.
Well, you've done better work.
Of his crotch? I don't think so.
That's terrible. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I know, it's great. There's like so many beautiful
Some nice little
faces
detail
here,
shots.
And, like all their work is. Yeah, so I want to get his hands there and then, yeah, like get.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
I really like that.
As much as we wanted to stay in the charming town of Santa Fe, it was time to go for a drive through the stunning lands of New Mexico to the quiet village of El Rito. We stopped along the way to explore and perhaps got a little lost looking for the first artist we would meet.
Would you be able to send me an exact pin of where to go?
Nicholas Herrera offered to share with us his creative vision and how his life growing up in El Rito inspires him to this day.
Hey, I'm Levi. Levi.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us here.
Yeah, this is amazing out here.
Nicholas can trace his family heritage back to the earliest settlers in the area. He has Spanish, Native American, and Mexican ancestry, and the way he weaves car culture, Catholicism, and chaos together into something beautiful is a sight to behold.
I gotta do art. If I hit the lottery tomorrow, man, I'd still do art. You know, it's in my blood. So this is all my art supplies.
So you're doing a lot of welding, you're doing a lot of body work. Sometimes you're doing painting. Like these seem like wildly different artistic pursuits.
My brain's everywhere. And in school, I had a hard time in school because of dyslexia and ADHD. You know, in those days, there was no cure. You're just a stupid kid.
Well, so art was the cure for you.
And that was my cure.
So Nicholas, you were talking about, you kind of rat styles this truck. I know a lot of guys, they'll rust the metal with Coca-Cola or something like that. But how are you getting the patina on this work here too? Obviously?
Well, what I do, and you're kind of tripping, you're gonna trip out on this one, but it's what I do is I kind of like this. I pee on it like for a whole week, in the morning, and in the evening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then the gallery, I take it to the gallery, and it kind of smells in here, and I'm like, give it a week, and it'll go away. So you know.
Wait, did you pee on this? Because I'm touching this.
Yeah, that's peed on.
Oh, you're great. Yeah. How many kinds of different art do you do? What inspires you? What kind of art interests you?
The interest of art to me is everything, man. I'm like, some people think I'm, I might be an outsider artist. You know, outsider artists are like a little crazy, you know.
I want to know, like, when you make a piece of art, are you thinking about an audience, or are you thinking, is it for yourself when you make it?
It's really I gotta be happy with it.
Yeah. So your girlfriend's National Geographic photographer, you must get your photo taken all the time.
Yeah, man, she's a trip. So I made the doors, all recycled.
This is beautiful. Yeah.
Even has a suicide door handle. And this is where it all happens, you know. And upstairs I have the painting studio. So here's my other space. More junk, good junk. So this is what I'm working on now. See what I'm doing out there with the irrigating and all that. See, I'm doing the whole thing with because every spring we go out, all of us get together, all the owners that have water rights, and we clean the ditch. So this is what I'm working on now. It's about they call them the acequias.
Which one are you?
Here I am right here with a big old rock.
How has your artwork changed over these years?
It just gets different.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do old pieces. For example, there's a piece I have here. Sometimes you're like, I wish I could do work like I used to. I wish I could be better than back in the day, you know. But we're like musicians. Sometimes there's a few hits. Sometimes there is, and because out of all those songs, you gotta have a hit every once in a while to keep going. You know, that's what it's all about. That's my therapy. That's my whole life.
We also met a good friend of Nicholas, Marcus Amerman, who makes beautiful photorealistic beadwork. Listening to them discuss art and friendship showed how important connection and life experience is to the creative process.
But I had already sobered up when I met you, no?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'd have a few binges.
Your moments, yeah.
He's still kind of flexible. Oh, I saw him make his work blossom like a flower, you know. It's like, he's younger than me by 5 years.
Okay.
So I got to see him go through all the stages and, you know, just become, you know, a natural.
So then what was it about Marcus that drew you, you know, as an artist himself?
Well, I like his discipline. Especially when I saw his beadwork, I'm like, shit, I'd probably have a heart attack doing that.
It wasn't about art at first. We just lived down the street from each other. And I'd moved in there, you know, and stayed in the back guest room. And they're all like, oh, you got to meet this guy. You got to check him out, man.
What have I learned from you, Marcus?
Cautionary tale, man. I mean, you know, you got to know how to look at it.
Here's we have a door I made for my daughter when she was little.
Wow.
I told her I'd catch you with some boy in there. That's loaded. This is all recycled tin from an old house, a Thunderbird. Mm. This is a hood off of a 1964 Galaxy.
Tell me about your love affair with vehicles, like with cars. What is it about?
Well, just when I see these cars running on the road and then they turn into junk, and I'm like, I gotta keep that spirit of that car. So, you know, the Galaxy's gone, but this represents the Galaxy now.
Right. Great.
Yes, everything in here is mine.
This is the tableau work. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. In photography, we're in this phase now where everybody has a phone. Everybody's taking pictures, AI, all these things, right? So it's hard for young artists, I think, to find their own space. But you were saying a lot of the young artists you meet, they're going back to the old stuff.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah. Why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think they're latching on to the history instead of
there's
modern?
There's just people just want something old. They want something back that they've been losing. You know, I've had people. I had a show a while back, and I had some people there that were like, they felt healed just seeing my art, especially with addiction, and you know, just gotta let it out.
Yeah.
Because if you keep it inside of you, you're gonna blow up. You gotta just step up and keep going. Get up and keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, well, hey, thank you so much for showing us how you keep going and how you keep stepping up.
Right on. Well, it was nice hanging out.
Yeah, letting us see this part of your life, and you were very generous about letting us see into your family life and everything, so thank you.
I think we learned a lot from Nicholas and his artwork. Love, relationships, loss, and history all coming together to form his life experience and how it can be found in every piece of work that he makes. I was inspired to see more of the land and more of its people, and so our adventure continued. We were driving the same roads traveled by hallowed artists such as Georgia O'Keeffe, who immortalized these lands throughout her prolific career. I found myself standing in the very same viewpoints as Georgia, capturing iconic landscapes that she once claimed belonged to her. In her words, if she had painted it enough times, God told her she could have it. With inspired reverence, we walked in her footsteps and studied the beauty laid out before us.
So that mountain over there, you can see it's got that unique silhouette. This is why we're coming out to this landscape. I mean, this is iconic, it's beautiful. I want to get a shot of it because I love just that flat top on there. And this actually speaks to me as more of a black and white shot because of that silhouette. I want to make that mountain darker and really just capture that form and that shape. I'm going to get the nice clouds and contrast in the sky. So I think this is going to work out really well. I mean, these are just, you know, like the beautiful landscapes that we were hoping to get out here. Oh yeah, and that really stands out really nicely. I like that.
Easily one of my favorite discoveries about New Mexico was that every sunrise and sunset was a photographic gift, and I didn't want to stop shooting until the light was finally gone.
Well, any day on trail camera is always a long one. We were up at the crack of dawn. Now you can see we're capturing just the last vestiges of light. We got a beautiful sunset tonight. We've seen so many amazing landscapes here in New Mexico, met some interesting people, and there's still so much more to come, but we have earned a well-deserved rest, and it's time to do that.
Now, as a photographer, I couldn't wait to get up the next morning and go meet Alan Ross. He's an inspiring and talented photographer with a legendary gift for black and white printing. He's also the master entrusted with preserving and printing the famous work of Ansel Adams. As a young boy, I grew up dreaming of the locations that Ansel photographed, and now we had a unique opportunity to learn firsthand about photographing New Mexico from Alan Ross.
Well, I'm Alan Ross. I've been a photographer for most of my life. I've been lucky enough to work for a lot of fabulous photographers, including Ansel Adams. I learned how to teach with working with Ansel, and I've been printing his negatives now for a very long time. I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico. We've been here for a little over 30 years and love it here.
This is beautiful. Is this one of yours?
Oh yeah, that's one that I, fortunately I did just a few days after Ansel hired me during a workshop in 1974. It was a good week.
Yeah, the tonal range is beautiful. This must have been a lot of work to print.
In this case, the sky was a whole lot lighter than this,
Okay.
but this is how it felt to me when I was there. It felt this brooding storm. An unmanipulated print has all the tones in it,
Sure.
but it doesn't look anything like this.
Well, how did you get to this point?
Well, I can show you. So this is it.
Wow.
It's my first purpose-built darkroom. Had these sinks in California, but we decided to make the darkroom big enough to have them all in one line like this. 8 by 10 and larger over there was tall enough that we needed a 9-foot ceiling here to take care of all of that.
I mean, my first darkroom table was my toilet, so I don't think I could have fit one of these, but I had a Durr 6x6. I balanced it.
I could hear that. Yeah. Oh, let me show you something. I don't know if you noticed it when we came here, but This is one of Ansel's books on Polaroid photography,
Okay.
and this was a rug that I got from the Ansel Adams Gallery ages ago. Here's a picture of Ansel photographing my rug here for this book.
Oh, he used that for the actual text.
Yeah, that's why he did it. He wanted to show what different exposures did to texture on a Polaroid book.
So this is straight out of camera, negative,
this-
untouched. Yeah,
right.
okay.
I have not done any dodging or burning or anything like that.
Gotcha.
So this is what I call selective masking. Now for the image that we're looking at, I have a mask here that's very dense. Here's the negative here. When I get everything else set, this print is now a button push.
You know, Alan, for the viewers at home,
Yeah.
you were going to expose through the mask that you just showed us,
Yep.
right? Light's going to come through here. We're, of course, going through a negative onto a positive piece of paper.
Right.
And so I think, you know, maybe not everybody understands the more light that goes onto this paper, the darker it will go. And the
Right.
less light that goes onto it, the brighter it will be in the final
Right.
print.
Essentially, what with this kind of light source, this is essentially an upside down light table. So what I'm actually doing here is I'm using this piece of paper to take a picture of the negative.
Right. And then this masking that you've created is going to give us those very localized changes and making some things a little brighter,
Right.
some things a little darker. That's going to give us our overall mood, feel, tonal range.
Right. All right. Well, let's turn some lights out. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of light hitting that
Right.
paper.
This is way dimmer than I'm
This-
used to when
yeah.
I made my prints. And it's
takes
going
some-
through that mask, so you lose a lot of light
Right.
there as well.
So I'll come over here. Okay, and I start the clock there.
Oh, this is the best part.
All right, there's the image starting to come up.
Yeah, beautiful. You know, Alan, I always look back on my darkroom time so fondly, and I mean, it's such a magical experience. This many decades later, do you still get the same exhilaration?
Oh,
when
I
you see a print
love
come out?
seeing the image just come up. I mean, it's magic.
So yeah, the sky's gone dark. I can already see that. The clouds are really
this
popping
is
out.
all right. Here we go.
You're inspiring me to break out all the gear again. Yeah, into the stop path. Yeah.
And so now this is a 1 minute fixing time. All right, we can look at this. I'm going to turn the light on.
Yep.
Bing. Wow, I think we about did it.
Yeah, beautiful. I know every picture, I guess, is going to be different, but is there anything that you sort of inspires you creatively when it comes to tonality? You know, for you personally, what you gravitate towards, or what you tend to look for?
It's entirely mood based.
Yeah.
It's how I feel about the image. And the honest truth, and it was with Ansel too, it's, you know, he'd feel different about it, you know, 1 year than he did another year.
So what's that collaborative process like? You know, you're working with Ansel, and you're going to have different opinions on what the tonal range should be, the mood.
Well, first of all, I worked in the darkroom with him, so I'm watching him doing the dodging and burning. I mean, he was so smooth, it was like watching a ballet with all the motions with the cards and everything else. I'd say the strength of his creative feelings were based on his feelings for music.
For music. And how about you? What is the strength of your creative feeling?
It just comes from inside me. I don't, when I go out looking for something, I don't think about composition. It's all just,
You just feel it.
It's just emotional to me, yeah. I will say most of my students are a little bit older in age, but I'm getting a lot more younger people because they spend all their lives looking at iPads and computers and stuff, and you know, wow, look at, I saw this, and you put this piece of paper in this liquid, and it just, the image comes up, and it's really magical. And there's one other thing that, you know, there's nothing permanent about a digital image. You can't hold on to a handful of pixels. All right, so this is, I call a finishing room. It's where all the dry storage is and finishing stuff up from the darkroom. We were talking about a church that you were wanting to look for some place to photograph. Well, I've got one that Ansel did in the neighborhood here. It's not far. And it's in this book, Ansel Photographs of the Southwest. And it's this wonderful little church right there. I've printed this negative of Ansel's, but I didn't recognize it because in the 90s, they changed everything around. And this is my photograph that I made without thinking or recognizing that it was the same place that Ansel had photographed because they'd reversed the tones.
They have? Oh, wow. And so we're going to go have a chance to go see this?
Yeah, it's not even 10 minutes from here.
forgot my tripod.
The light's changed on the church and I've lost the light. Yeah, I had this beautiful streak of light coming across there illuminating the cross, but it's
just starting to go.
Yeah. Well, I'll go look around just a little bit. A definite change of plans, but I've never seen that little lady here before. I like that. Neat. All right, picture.
What did you do to get a shot that you're happy with here?
I just look around.
Yeah.
You know, I walked over there to see if there was anything going, and there wasn't for me.
Okay.
And I came back and I just saw that little statue on the rocks that's never been there before, and I just thought it was such a perfect element of this place.
I love that whole thing about, like, I looked at the light and it wasn't for me, you know, like it
doesn't mean it was wrong. It didn't hit me.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I'm glad we found something today, and it was amazing to see your process.
It's been fun.
It's been so fun, Alan.
Right.
Thank you so much,
You got
and thank you for inviting us to your home. So
thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I mean, what a great day. You know, we got to get some cool street photography and then meet Alan Ross and get to go in the darkroom again and just see that whole printing process and then actually get to see him at work shooting. Just a really cool experience. This is an awesome location. And I feel like the light is starting to fade. I just want to explore a little bit of this golden light. I see some cool shadows, a little bit of inspiration on how I want to be creative in this place. So I'm going to keep shooting.
As I took photos around the church, I was really learning to appreciate the vivid palette of colors and tone using the creative dial on the OM3. I could experiment with softer warmth or more vivid contrast, and I just found it so easy to switch back and forth between artistic color profiles and my favorite black and white modes. As the evening light gave way to darkness, my mind turned to the adventures awaiting us along the high road to Taos.
So you can see that light is just kind of kissing right along the side of that hill right there. So I really want to see those shadows move.
I'm going to position myself right in front of his camera, just wherever he is. No, I mean, there's nothing better than a time lapse with an ass in it.
As long as you keep that ass static.
I mean, just look at those colors, right? We got these greens, like the red rock over there, the yellow grass. I mean, these are the beautiful landscapes and colors that inspired famous painters like George O'Keeffe to just, you know, paint these landscapes over and over. And so I got the OM3 here. So I'm going to push some of those reds. I'm going to push some of those yellow tones. You know, I'm going to kind of try to work more on warmth, I think, for today. Change my white balance a little bit, tweak that as well. And it's easy to do here. And I think it's going to, you know, just let me tap into some of that color and beauty that inspired those artists and maybe get that in my photos as well. We have a beautiful stop here on the way to Taos. This is the El Santuario de Chimeo, and it's a beautiful church, gorgeous grounds. I mean, the trees are blooming. There's so much to photograph. But at the same time, inside the chapel itself and some of the other areas, you know, we're going to respect the fact that they want no photographs taken. But like out here on the grounds, just gorgeous stuff to shoot. So let's see what we get.
And this is just an incredibly beautiful place, and it's so peaceful, but that also means nothing is moving, which makes things a little bit difficult to make the video compelling. I mean, it'd be great if there were like clouds whooshing overhead, but you know, nothing but peaceful blue skies.
So what's so great about an area like this is it's just so peaceful and calm, and it puts me in an emotional state where I can just wander and look for interesting light, and I love that nothing's moving.
Green chili, oven dried, it's toasted chili. This is what most Mexican restaurants do. Dark red here.
Oh no, what heat level did you get?
I got extra hot. They always say like, oh, it's so hot, and it's always like super wimpy, so I figured we'll
Why?
dabble.
Did you read the sign?
How would you rate the footage you've captured here so far? Footage/pictures, sorry. In terms of how happy you are with it, or how you think it rates amongst your peers.
Okay, count it.
3, 2, 1.
7.5. 6?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's some nice stuff. It's not as much as I'd like. But
Really?
there's
Because
nice
the way
shots.
you've been talking, it's like a
I set a high
3
bar
out
for
of
myself.
10, like just.
No, that's the time lapses. Those were 2s out of 10s. But there's been other footage I've shot as well, and some of it I'm happy with.
Okay.
A lot of it no one will ever see, especially the viewers.
Oh, I was being humble.
So the lack of clouds has been a problem for some daytime photography and video, but it could be absolutely awesome for astro. So we're doing our due diligence. We're going out and scouting some places here to look at some landmarks we might want to come back, and then Chris can take a beautiful photograph in that place.
I mean, the real trick is, can I get the whole goddamn tree in the shot? So by day, New Mexico has this stunning warm light, red rocks everywhere, but by night it gets maybe even more beautiful because it's so clear and it's so dark. We're just outside of Taos. This is a famous spot, the Pilar tree. And I want to get some shots of it here. And I've actually got a really nice camera for this because we have the OM3 Astrophotography Edition. This is a specially modified OM3, which is designed exactly for what we're doing here. The OM3 Astro allowed me to capture vivid color of the night sky, and I was loving the photos I was getting. And the Pilar tree was such an amazing foreground. I loved getting to explore these stunning landscapes both day and night, and the only frustration was constant traffic casting headlights into my compositions. I guess it's a main highway. The next day, we found ourselves driving through the sagebrush just outside of Taos to find the home and studio of Irene Hardwicke Olivieri. Irene is famous for her deeply allegorical work that draws so richly from the natural world. Irene makes personal work that resonates like no other. And I wanted to learn how an appreciation of the world around us doesn't just make our work better, but it makes our understanding of who we are better too. She had the biggest smiles and the kindest heart and welcomed us into her artist studio and even to meet her adorable cats to teach us how our expression of art is really more an expression of our existence.
This one is called Come Collect the Cactus Fruit, I'll Write the Poem. And she's made completely, her arms and legs are completely out of cholla cactus skeletons. Wow. And I just love the idea of taking something that, you know, was alive once and beautiful, but then it's dead and it's just going to eventually disappear into the desert and making it into this woman. And the idea that her head actually becomes a prickly pear cactus, you know, opuntia.
You show it sometimes as an actual connection of like limbs from plants, right? I mean, or you also have these things of a person being held by an animal in a loving way, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because who wouldn't want that? I feel like we need to hold dear the lives of all species, and instead of just the ones that are easy to love. Kind of like people. It's like sometimes the ones that are the hardest to love need it the most.
I'd love to ask you about the process because you can see these sketches and you're obviously still referring back to them when you're making your work. What is that sort of process like? Do you mull an idea over, like it kind of comes to you and you mull it over, or do you just it hits and you have to get it down? You have to start doing stuff.
Usually it just like hits me. Like, I mean, this is a good example. One day I was thinking, we have otters in the Rio Grande here, which is so exciting. And so one day I'm like, oh, I wish that like I could be an otter girl. And so I just started drawing her, and I just thought, wouldn't it be wonderful? You could just like swim in the river all day and catch a little fish. So then this became that. I paint out on the porch a lot, and I was painting, and the landscape here, the sky is so beautiful. So I wanted to have a woman who became part of the sky, and then she became this girl with the horned lizards, because we have so many different horned lizards. So here she is, where her body just becomes part of the landscape.
What is the hardest part about painting and creating and making work like this?
Well, it's sometimes parting with my work. I make a living selling my work.
Right.
And I love it when somebody wants to buy something. It means so much to me. And they don't all sell. I mean, like usually the vultures, the skunks, the centipede, people don't.
Right.
They're not big crowd pleasers. It's easy to love a landscape, but I paint about things that are not easy to love all the time. And so when somebody loves it, it really it means a lot.
How big a part of the environment is a part of your process creatively? You know, what kind of energy you get from being
everything.
Yeah?
It's everything. I love that idea of how integrated that you can be with the environment, like physically. So I always am painting that. And this environment is amazing. I think I mentioned this year I decided every tarantula I see, I'm going to put my hand down, get off my bike, and let it walk across my hand, because it's a beautiful tenderness, and they're not venomous here. And so this year I had about 10 different ones walk across me, which is, I love that. I love being afraid, and then I love that whole, just like with the Jerusalem cricket, you see one with the big mandibles, but it's exciting. I love that. We have this man that lives over here, and he's like in his 70s, And he goes, yeah, he goes, I hate the tarantulas. I want to just stomp on them and kill them. And I'm like, oh no, call me and I'll come get them. I'll be like the snake guy. Oh, that's the first lizard of the season, look. It's a western fence lizard.
Right there on the fence, yeah. I can see myself in your glasses, but I like it. So in this one, I want you to face me straight on. Yeah, just like that, face me straight, like look straight into the camera.
There's a butterfly. That's the first
beautiful.
butterfly.
This is an auspicious day.
As we wandered Irene's home, a particular painting grabbed my attention. Now, Irene titled this painting My Favorite Skeleton, and I felt like this was a great opportunity to understand her work more deeply.
I love the idea if you could leap forward and your skeleton could come back to you right now and say, hey, are you doing what you really want to do in this life?
I see.
Do you owe somebody an apology? Are you really on the right path, you know? Are you making the most of every day? I grew up in South Texas, and when someone's like really close to death, you say they're about to go in, or he's going in, which means going in the coffin. Right. And so I wanted to have a depiction of her like going in the coffin. You're thinking of all that you want to do before you go in the coffin. And the other thing about a skeleton that I always think about is we each have this like beautiful living sculpture inside our body, and it's kind of sad we'll never get to see it.
I noticed that painting is a recurring theme. You know, art supplies. Tell us why you incorporate that so much. Beyond the fact that you're an artist and you use these things, what's the reasoning for that?
Yeah, in many of my paintings I have art supplies, and for me it's always a symbol of hope. It's like I go in my studio and I see all my paints and brushes, and it makes me happy. Like I know that I'm going to make something out of it. And if I'm having like a bad day or something sad happens in my life, I know that I have art supplies and I'm going to make something. Even making something out of the sad thing that happened, or disappointing thing, or whatever, or losing somebody that you love. I have always felt like making art is just the way that I live. There's no difference in my life and making art. I always have a picture of my 6-year-old self in my studio wherever I live, because I see her and I'm like, you're still that 6-year-old girl. You can't let her down. You see that picture of yourself and it reminds you, like, if you're down on yourself or somebody's been mean to you, it's like, I'm not gonna let her down. You know, you see her. So that flip between the skeleton and then your 6-year-old, it's exciting. Yeah. I like thinking about it.
Irene, we had the best time. Thank you so much for letting us see your work and into your personal studio space and your cats. They've been adorable, and this beautiful home.
I love meeting all of y'all. It was really fun and really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And we're all large mammals.
That's true. Well, if I've learned anything from your artwork, we are all deeply connected, and that's a really beautiful story. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, take care.
I felt so much gratitude experiencing Irene's energy and passion for the world around her. I realized that excitement and wonder can be easily lost over time, and that perhaps I needed to rediscover a bit of that myself and hold on to how I used to see the world when I was younger. Everyone we had met so far had such deep ties to the land, a love for their family and heritage, and a willingness to open their lives in very personal ways, if only to make us feel connected to them through artwork. I think it's also important to understand that in order to connect with something properly, we also have to learn how to respect it properly. And we had a rare opportunity to learn that lesson firsthand.
All right, so we find ourselves in Bandelier, and we're going to learn some very important history here, but I'm also joined with some very good friends, Sterling Martinez and Hunter Naranjo. You guys are fantastic podcasters. You have the Drums or Flats podcast. Oh, yeah. Drums or Flats, very cool. You should definitely check that out. They're hanging out with us for the day. We enjoy having you guys here. Thank you. But we're also joined by Vidal Gonzales, and you're going to be joining us here. We're going to be talking to you about creativity. You are the founder of the Uncivilized Outdoorsman, and I definitely want to talk about that because it's a very interesting, very important organization. We're also fellow fly fishermen. We're going to go tomorrow. Yeah,
I'm super excited to get out on the water with you all and show you guys what New Mexico has to offer. It's super beautiful. It's a sacred place for our people, which are Pueblo people here in New Mexico, and I'm just so happy that we'd be able to have this opportunity with you all.
We really appreciate it.
As we followed Vidal through the ancient cities of his people, I was struck with a sense of reverence and appreciation for the ingenuity, artistry, and deep respect that they had for every piece of rock and every drop of water. I wanted to understand what this land meant to Vidal himself.
So Vidal, you're a talented digital artist. You create these beautiful designs for the Uncivilized Outdoorsman. Can you tell us a little bit about where you get the inspiration for these creative patterns that you're creating?
Yeah, of course. A lot of my inspiration comes from my very traditional upbringing, being able to come out to places like Bandelier, Puya cliff dwellings. And as we were here today, and right behind us, we have a beautiful painting of Kiva steps and all along the different ones that we saw here at Longhouse. And my inspiration really comes from my people in maintaining our cultural identity. And every design has its own cultural significance. And everything that I design is designed with meaning and intention.
We ended our day grateful to have a better understanding of the traditions and cultures of Vidal's people, and even more grateful for how open our new friends were to share a good laugh and make us feel welcome in their lands.
Well, we got a little bit of light left, and I just gotta say, guys, I really enjoyed meeting you and having you with us. Thanks for joining us. Drums or Flats podcast, you shall check it out. And let's do a poll. Hunter, what do you think? Drums or Flats?
Gotta go with drums.
It's a terrible idea, but okay.
I gotta go with the drums as well.
Really? Okay, yeah. Vidal, come on.
Yeah, I gotta go with drums as well, for sure.
Wow, no, Flats is obviously the better choice, but okay. If we don't agree on that, we can agree that we had a great time today in the podcast. Definitely check it out. Vidal, I'm looking forward to fishing with you tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to get out onto the water and hopefully get onto some fish.
Oh, I believe in you. I think it's gonna happen. So thank you so much, guys. And again, great meeting you, and let's get a good night's sleep. So this is the Rio Grande, hey? It's a beautiful canyon, beautiful hike. I can't wait to go back up. I'm excited for that.
This is one of my favorite rivers here in New Mexico. Not only is it an incredible fishery, which I love and it's a huge part of my life, but it also is a life source for New Mexico.
I think that's a key thing. This is a life source, this water, right?
Correct.
So when you come out to a place like this, these beautiful locations, you get that inspiration. How do you pass creativity like that on to those younger generations?
When you think about creativity, we teach fly tying classes, and the kids are so creative in terms of, well, I want to use this color, I want to use that color, and they just kind of see that light bulb go off, and they kind of just get inspired on their own, and they want to create their own little bugs, their own little patterns, being able to use what they crafted in the classroom and bring it outdoors.
It's neat to have that connection go from what you're teaching into their childlike creativity where they just want to try different colors and patterns to then come back into nature where you were inspired in the first place to complete that cycle. It's really fascinating. It was awesome because I got to see firsthand the creativity spread through not only your community, but others as well. We're hanging out with Sterling and Hunter. They've got their Drums or Flats podcast. And Treston's with us. He's a filmmaker. I mean, this is what we're doing right here, but he's also a skilled filmmaker and he's making his own content, right?
He's an incredible filmmaker. We work together on creating Rooted Waters. He's just a really incredible creative individual.
My name is Treston Shee. I am Diné from the Navajo Nation, and I'm a professional filmmaker, photographer. Rooted Waters is a short film documentary, and it's really about the land and the people that come from this land, and indigenous storytelling by indigenous people for indigenous people.
What we're really trying to do is build community, build understanding between the Hispanic and indigenous communities, really just build the next generation of leaders to be able to be the next stewards.
That's a great word, because fly fishing, a big part of it is stewardship, right? Learning how to treat the fish with care, to understand the environment, to not leave messes behind, to actually take more out than you've brought in. And I think that's such a beautiful story, such a necessary skill to have as well for young people today. Well, guys, you were amazing. The river was amazing. The fishing was so much fun. This landscape is amazing. The climb up the hill, that, but everything else great. Loved it. I had a really good time, and I know you guys are busy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules, and also thank you for sharing a lot about your culture, educating us, teaching us, and it was just a great experience. So Treston, Vidal, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for coming out and joining us, and just glad to have the opportunity to meet you all.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been great. Thank you.
No, thank you. The hike ain't easy, but it's worth the story.
It was worth the story, yeah.
How'd it go? Catch things?
Oh boy, did I ever. And then we went up this humongous cliff and then I'm so out of shape, I puked. Totally worth it. I would do it again, 10 out of 10.
We finally get some clouds in the sky. I love this foreground. Things are gonna be like moving right over top of the mountain range. I've done it.
What is this?
Full success.
Dude, we have to go eat. No, we have to go eat. And look, you're pointing in the wrong damn direction. Look, look. We're going.
Damn it.
No.
What? No, it's not done yet.
It doesn't matter. It's food time.
It's still clicking.
We're all hungry.
We made some great friends on this trip, and we all experienced a part of the world for the first time together. New Mexico gave us something truly special, but it also let us experience that together. The best part of making trail camera is adventuring with the people that you love, and as the last sunset faded, I think we were all left with a deep sense of appreciation and gratitude for each other.
Well, Jordan, this is the worst part of the trip because sadly our time in New Mexico is coming to an end.
Yeah.
We have a really cool location. This is a famous church here in Taos, the San Francisco de Assisi Church. And I really wanted to come here and get like a classic shot because George O'Keeffe painted this church. Ansel Adams shot beautiful black and whites, and I was hoping for dynamic sunlight. But I can't complain because I got that all week.
Yeah, I've been begging, just please give me clouds, and now we finally have them. So this is my last chance. I have a time lapse clicking. It should be on screen right now. Hopefully it looks unbelievable.
Well, I'm glad that that's working out. Like, I'm not gonna get my high contrast shot, but that's okay. I got so many great photos that I'm really happy with, like downtown Santa Fe, shooting in Taos, the landscapes along the way. I actually liked making my own recipe and just clicking back and forth using the creative dial. That was really easy to do. So,
Yeah, I saw some of your portraits on the back of the camera too, and those turned out really well.
Absolutely.
I mean, for me, it was a real challenge because I got some really nice footage that I'm happy with, but it all just feels a little bit disconnected. What I learned on this trip is I need a subject. I need a focal point, a story I'm trying to tell, and you know what my favorite subject is? It's you. You complete me, Chris Nichols.
Oh, Jordan, you have me at Chris Nichols. And you know, we had an amazing trip. I've got to give a big thanks to Michael Bonacore, who's our producer and our chauffeur. Also made sure that we didn't die. He didn't crash the car once, which is surprising. And he set up all the amazing people we got to meet.
And enormous shout out to my friend Levi Hallwell for putting this whole episode together. I can't actually wait to see when it's all done.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, but the best part of this trip, as much as we were, you know, getting great photos and great content, like, it was all about creativity. It was about being inspired, and we met some amazing artists. And I think what struck me the most about it too is it's like not just about the art they made, but that they were so willing to share their experience, to help us out, to teach us things. You know, sometimes creativity is about creating something. Sometimes it's about sharing that with other people and future generations. So big thanks to all the people that we got to see. It was fantastic.
Yeah, just amazing people here in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank you for joining us for another trail camera. We love putting these together. Let us know if you like watching them, and hopefully we'll be on the road again with this team.
Oh, I think we will.